Okay, awesome. We're finally recording. Okay, guys. So first thing I want to actually do is a little bit of recognition. I'm going to be putting a little of a graphic together, but more or less as you guys are starting to grow your team. To be honest with you, I really didn't branch off from my coach until I was a pretty solid diamond, to be honest. But at that point, you can put your own graphics together as far as shouting your team out for Success Club, new coaches, volume, things like that. But the biggest things I definitely want to do is, as soon as my computer loads, shout out those of you who have been rock stars, sharing your journey, and then not only that, reaching out to the people who are loving and supporting what you're doing. So let me do this real quick. I'm sorry, my computer just moves so slowly when we're here. I mean, it's Mexico, so I'm trying not to complain too much. But anyway, so let's start with Success Club. So Success Club is just a point system that, pretty much determines just the amount of lives that you've changed. Okay, that's the direct correlation to Success Club points. More than that, this is all of the points that you guys are earning right now, all of the people that you are helping. This is going to help you earn your trip to, I don't know exactly where we're going yet in 2020. I know that next year we're on a cruise. They usually announce it sometime toward the end of summer. So that's super exciting. Definitely stay posted for that. But right now, one Success Club point equals 10 trip dollars. Okay, and so in order to earn that, you need $1,200 to earn it for yourself and for somebody else to go with you, which is really cool. So that $1,200 covers you plus your guest. They don't have to be Beachbody Coach. So right now for Success Club, actually I'll share my screen so y'all can see this. And this is updated as of the 21st, so 3 days ago. So if your number has changed, just let me know. But we do have Brianna and myself are sitting at Success Club 6. So that's awesome. That's 3 lives changed. We have Alexia at 4, so 2 people. The same for Megan, Jess, Taylor, and Shauna, all with helping one person change their life so far this month. So I'm super, super excited for you guys. And I know that we do have Jenna, you're updated as well. So you're also on the board for Success Club. So super exciting. I can't wait to announce you guys all as new Emeralds this coming week. So just super quick, let's just give some love to Brianna and Jenna and Alexia for not only having a controlled business center, but then even for you, Bri, having 2 people that signed up just because they were actually interested in both the product and a little bit maybe in coaching down the road. So super awesome. I'm really proud of you girls. Everybody else, just know that we still have plenty of time left in the month, guys. Seriously, if you break it down and think about it this way, if you have a sheet of notebook paper and you fold it in half and you just write down the numbers 1 through, mine is 33. I don't have college line to have high school lines. But if you have 1 through 33 and then you do 1 through 33 again on the other side, even if you don't get in all 66 invites, think about it this way. If you were to send on average 50 invites Monday through Friday. We're going to talk a little bit later about this when we talk about discipline in your routine and creating or setting business hours, okay? If you send 50 invites Monday through Friday and you do not have to, you feel like, okay, that's 300 people, or not 300 people, it's 250 invites. It's 250 invites. Guys, you will hit Success Club in 1 week, okay? Just think that now if they're quality invites, so they're not just random people that you haven't talked to, these are people you've already been having a conversation with, it could be a lot higher than that. And if you do any more than that, just think to yourself, you were here to help people. Okay, you're here to share your journey. And the 2 ways that you do that are you share it by inviting and you help people by inviting. So that should be the number 1 task when you wake up every day after you do your own personal development, you get your workout in, you're drinking your shake, you're basically being proof of the product, you just do those invites. I promise you that if you do those and then you just get them out of the way, you're going to feel like a freaking rock star all day long. That's the one thing that people avoid the most and procrastinate the most. And that's the only difference between successful coaches and unsuccessful coaches. Or not even unsuccessful, but just for those that will take a little bit longer, okay? But at the end of the day, remember that you're not competing with anybody else, okay? Just because somebody else might be sending 50 plus invites a day doesn't mean that you have to, okay? But I want you to always, always remember that you have to think about your goals. So if your goals aren't to create 6 figures in the next year and a half, then don't put the pressure on you to send that many invites and to help that many people join your next fitness group. But if that is your goal, you want to be able to generate 6 figures in a year, you can easily do that. You can easily do that. There are so many coaches on Team Boom that are doing that right now. Then you just know that if I do this, that will happen. Again, focus on what you can control. You can control sending 50 invites, but you can't control who's going to respond. So if you put the number out there, we're going to have that number come back to you. So first thing I want to talk about, I'm just going to jot this down again real quick because everything else that I have is chicken scratch, is we're going to talk about discipline in your routine. Okay. And this is basically just going to break down business hours. Okay. Because I know a lot of you have been asking questions about that. This is also going to be one of the videos in your new coach training guide, which I'm also going to share a quick little peek at that so that you guys kind of understand what I was talking about with that. I thought I could share my screen today when I was going live on our team page, but I guess I can't. Next thing I want to quickly talk to you guys about is what I did talk about live, which was the social media and sharing your objections through your posts. Okay? Because I know a lot of you have been saying that I have girls that are interested, but they're not quite ready. Or I have girls that are, they're excited and then I tell them the cost, or they just think that this is going to take too much time. How to overcome them by pretty much just killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Getting your post out there and understanding that if one person has that objection and they're letting you know that objection, then they're probably your tribe or have something that they relate to with you. So think about it this way. Everybody else then that's following you that might be your tribe too is probably going to be having the same sort of hesitation. So it's so nice when you can just address it straight up by posting about it and talking about it in your stories, right? And then just lastly, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is planning out our month. So this kind of goes into your business hours a little bit, but basically the one thing that we heard a lot, like, at the coach panels and stuff, was just having a game plan. Okay. It's just waking up and not just being like, what am I going to do today? Or what group is one, or who can I invite somebody to? It's just having that game plan already made up so that when you wake up, you can just be a badass and just go. Okay. One of my favorite quotes that we got when we were at New Leadership. Okay. So in order to qualify for that, you have to be a 1-star diamond coach. This was when I was out in LA. And we were listening to Bonnie Engel. She's been like a top 10 coach for the past 3 to 4 years. I love Bonnie Engel. I had her stats actually as the background of my phone for a long time because she had diamond in about like less than 3 months, which is about the time that I did it. But then she went on to become like a top 10 coach in like pretty much the same year. So she's a rock star. But the coolest thing about her story, and you guys can look into that later on, but she talks a lot about time. Okay, so she was working like 10 to 15 hours more a week than I was. She was also a personal trainer, but she's out in California. Okay, so it's just, the time is just a little bit different there. She was honestly working like before sunup and way after sundown. Okay, so for her, she talks about we do all have the same 24 hours in a day. You guys know this. You know this. But the thing is, you don't want to just be another motivational or inspirational quote. You want to actually live it. That's going to be the difference between somebody joining your team and somebody joining your fitness group for somebody just following you because you're inspiring and motivating them. You don't want to just give them good feels. You want them to take action. Okay? And you do that by having a plan, knowing what to bring them to, being consistent in your posts. And more than that, the more consistent you are month to month in your routine, in your groups and things like that, the easier it's going to be for you, the less overwhelmed you're going to feel, but the easier it's going to be for your new coaches to come on board and jump into those as well. Okay, so let's first just bust out the social media and the objection side of things, okay, because social media is like the fun stuff to talk about. So you guys can all unmute yourselves at any point, okay, so don't be afraid to do that. The first thing, guys, about social media is that this really is about 20 to 30% of your business. It's great to post. It's fun to post. But people more or less are not going to be reaching out to you, okay? The post is basically letting them know that that private personal message that you just went into like their inbox means something, okay? That you're not just trying to sell them something, but that you're offering them a community. That you're offering this to every girl that follows you that relates to what it is that you're sharing, okay? So it just builds that trust. It builds that trust because a lot of people, they are going to have to watch you. But you're going to help yourself so much if when you invite them to a fitness studio and they come to your page and within 2 swipes, they see either a fitness selfie, a workout video, a meal plan or a meal prep, something along those lines. It doesn't have to be the main focus of your business, but it does have to be in there someplace, because at the end of the day, guys, you are a health and fitness coach. You're not with a makeup company that's just being inspiring and asking people to, like, you know, be their own boss. You do need to show the health and fitness side of things. The coolest thing is, though, is that you can just totally make this your own. Okay, you can be the girl that talks about workouts that don't require any equipment. You can be the girl that talks about workouts that are less than 20 minutes. You can be the girl that only talks about yoga, or you can be the girl that talks about all of it and the variety. You just have to know, what do you like, so that you know that you're posting to those people. Okay, so let's just be honest. We all get the same 2 objections. Okay, does anybody have an idea like what the main 2 objections are that we all get? You can unmute yourselves and say something. So I know that you know at this point.
Money.
Money.
Definitely time.
Yep, those are it. Money and time, 100%. So it can just be redundant, constantly sending the, girl, I totally feel you. I've been there too. I felt like I didn't have time, but I found that when I get it. Okay, that's very easy to say. The money thing. Well, girl, if you just break it down, it's only about $14 a month. And if you get this, it's about $30.43 for a meal if you get the discount. So that's great, guys. And you can spew out facts all day long. At the end of the day, you should be talking about that stuff anyway, letting them know that you care enough to sit there and overcome the objection instead of just being that coach that says, okay, bye. Okay, a lot of coaches do that. So remember, a lot of the conversations you're going to be having are undoing conversations that they previously had with coaches that weren't in it the way that you are. Okay, so it's the time and money one. Guys, I honestly suggest that you be that annoying girl on Instagram for a minute. And this is what I suggest that you do. Go to your happy place, whether it's outside, because you don't need to, when you make your stories, you don't actually have to be in Wi-Fi. You can just save them to your phone and then update them later. Okay, so I went upstairs to a spot in our Airbnb that does not have Wi-Fi. And I sat there and all I did was just talked about coaching. To a lot of people, I'm going to be that, oh my God, could Emily please shut the F up, right? They're just going to tap through my stuff. But my tribe is going to sit there and be like, oh my God. And they're going to be like so relating to the things that I'm saying. And they're going to want to sit there and listen to the whole thing. Okay, do that for if that's the objections that you're getting, talk about them. Okay, you don't have to have your highlight. And then what I want you to do, or encourage you to do, is in your highlight section. Okay, so you guys can have these highlights now on Instagram, meaning that you don't have to be talking about the same thing over and over and over again. You can just save it to your highlight so it's right there. Okay, and when you do that, put it under just coaching and just talk about it. Like I hear this often, and I thought that it would just be cool that I know a lot of you feel the same way that I did, that you don't have enough time to invest in yourself right now, or that money can be super tight and health and fitness kind of takes the back burner. Or more than that, you just think that a gym is cheaper and that you can just do it on your own. I get it. I've been there. So I just wanted to address it in the next couple of minutes. Thank you so much to those of you that listen the whole way through. And literally just sit there and share how you overcame time, how you overcame the money idea of all of this, okay? They don't need to hear the breakdown of it's this much a month and you get this and you get that. They can listen to that from you in a personal, private message when they're like ready to do this. But more or less, a lot of the people just need to hear, okay, you're saying that you didn't have time. Well, tell me your story. This is where you guys need to live in parts 1 and 2 of your story. And that is who you were before coaching and what needed to change or what was missing. Okay, so for me, I talk about juggling 4 jobs. I didn't need something. I didn't need another job. I needed a solution. I needed an out. I needed a career. Okay, that's what I need. I didn't need another part-time job. So for me, if this was going to be that thing, then I was going to go all in and do it. So I'm looking for the girls that when they sign up, they dive headfirst into things. They get overwhelmed. They freak out. They're like, oh my God, was this the wrong decision? But more or less, they typically dive head in like all of you have. All of you have, right? So address that kind of stuff. The same thing with money. You don't need to talk about the breakdown of Beachbody on Demand unless it's that private conversation. More or less, if you just overcome that in your stories, aka your posting as well, then they're going to see that tie in when you do have that private conversation. they're going to see, okay, you talked to everybody else about this too. So obviously other people are concerned, or other people have asked you this, or hell, at the very least, you're talking to other people about this. You're not just trying to sell me one thing and just make $50. You're trying to actually get a group of people involved to do this together. And that right there, guys, that takes you from just being a regular coach and just a basic person in network marketing to somebody that's truly here to build a business and offer this opportunity. Okay? Because have any questions about like the highlights about your stories or putting anything on there like that? And do you guys know how to add to your highlights? Most of you have them now, which is awesome. Don't feel bad if you don't, okay? Even something funny, Haley Christian has no highlights whatsoever. She's still killing it. You know, I just think that it kind of helps. You don't have to be repetitive all the time. Okay. Now at the end of the day, I definitely suggest that you pick one of the objections you're getting often and straight up go like make a post about it. Okay. This would be my suggestion. Okay. I've done this. Maybe don't do this. Okay. Instead do what I'm going to suggest secondly. I've made many posts where I'm like, I hear from so many people that you don't have time when really you do, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes calling people out is not necessarily the most, I want to be a part of this journey with you kind of way to go about it. Instead, this is where you get to share your journey. Say that I can remember the first time I was approached about, network marketing, about starting a side business when I was focused on, my corporate job or whatever it might be. I remember the first time I heard about these fitness groups and I'm thinking, I already don't have time to go to a gym. Now you want me to work out and check into this group? Like, no. Okay. When you share that story, they're gonna be like, oh my God, I felt the same way. Instead of being called out for being like, oh my God, I'm that person that just told you the other day, I don't have time. Is this post about me? Can sometimes make them feel a little uncomfortable. So you just you don't have to avoid it. Every now and then it's funny. Every now and then it can be funny to like pull like the whole, like the hermit, the crab thing. That's kind of like, I don't know, like you keep saying that today's going to be day one, but that was like 5 weeks ago, but that's none of my business or whatever. I know Raina Odell's done that a couple of times. So that's funny. Every now and then. Doing that all the time, some people are like, this bitch is calling me out 24/7. All right. So just share your story when you are posting. Okay.
Sometimes like people respond better to love instead of like just straight up calling them out. So come from love.
Every now and then, like it's fine just to be like, you have that feistiness in you, because if you do, and then they join you and they don't see that, they're going to be very taken aback. Okay. So just remember, just be you all the time. If you would be that tough love kind of person, mix in the sweet love every now and then. Okay. If you're the sweet love kind of person, don't be afraid to just throw that little jab in there every now and then. Okay. They're not going to expect it from you. And they're going to be like, ooh, Alexia, I didn't think that you would ever talk like that, or whatever it might be. Okay. Surprise them a little bit. All right. Go ahead.
I had a question. How, when you do like highlights, like I noticed in yours, you have like the tie-dye as like your picture for all of them. How do you get?
I went to Pinterest.
I like Pinterest.
All I did is I went to Pinterest and I typed in iPhone tie-dye wallpaper.
Okay.
That was it.
But how do you get it to be like a picture thing?
So what you do then is download the image. So like when you pull up Pinterest, there's going to be like 3 dots at the top. It won't say save image. It'll say download. So that'll save to your photos. Open up your Instagram. Okay. Click on act as if you're about to add a story. And then tap on your pictures at the bottom left. Like you'll see like a little icon, and that'll take you to your photos.
Okay. And then every time you add to a highlight, it adds under that.
Yep. I just clicked that first. So everything that you guys have in your highlights, unfortunately, you have to upload to your stories first. You can't just add to your highlights. They have to be posted. So like the other day I did all of the videos and I was like, oh shit, I didn't make like a coaching title thing yet. So I had to do that at the end. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not like, no one's going to see this after 24 hours anyway. I want them to see the highlights forever. So all I do is I tap on the little icon at the bottom left, and you'll see like your most recent photo will be down there to the left. If you tap that, pull up all of your photos, just click on whatever background you want. And then all I did was just typed out coaching or typed out whatever. But you have to add it to your stories first. Go back and watch your stories. And at the bottom right, it'll say highlight. Okay. So then what I did was I tapped highlight and I called that highlight then coaching. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
just like You did like the picture as a highlight?
Yep.
Okay.
That has to be a
And then you
highlight
just-
in order for it to save.
Did you can you eventually delete it, or did you just have to let it run out for the 24 hours?
It just ran out for the 24 hours. You can delete it. I guess I didn't even think about that.
Okay.
Don't though, just in case it does like delete. Just wait for the 24 hours to run out. They won't care.
Okay.
Yeah. What else was I just gonna say with that? And as far as your highlights go, guys, like look at people's pages that you're following. Don't always look at Beachbody coaches. Okay. Like I really try not to look at Beachbody coaches. I try to look at bloggers. I look at other fit girls that are growing their Instagrams. I look at adventure travel pages. Like I want to see how those people are growing their accounts. I don't want to only do what Beachbody coaches are doing. So if I go to YouTube and I watch Instagram videos, I never type in the word Beachbody, ever. It's like literally Instagram bloggers, followers, or how to grow your tribe. I don't follow Beachbody coaches training videos on that. Okay, so that was a really good question, Bree. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the discipline in our routine. Okay, so this kind of goes with the discipline in posting too. So I made a little thing and I'm almost done putting it in Canva, but I can just like, I kind of talked with you, I think, Alexia, about this sometime last week when we were power houring. Here. Okay, so I put together a little posting rough idea schedule in case you guys need a few ideas. Okay, these are basically like the things that you want to make sure that you're at least sharing once a week, and then everything else you can just share your random life, your own story, whatever. But more or less just little things to make sure that you are talking about coaching. You are mentioning your fitness studio, your fitness group, or a free group if you're running, which we're going to talk about too. That you are mentioning Shakeology. If you drink the performance line, making sure that you're showing Energize or something along those lines. Just the little things that when you are inviting, people can see, okay, she's offering me supplements, she believes in them, and I see her using them. Okay? So if you guys were to scroll through my posts, you would still see Energize all the time. I'm literally addicted to it, okay? So you're going to see it in my stories and you're going to see it in my posts. I'm going to talk to somebody and say, oh my gosh, June, you're even going to get like my quality pre-workout. It's amazing, no jitters, and it's going to help you crush through these 60-minute workouts. They can be like, yeah, like what is that? Hey, have you seen this yellow drink in any of my posts? Oh my God, yeah, that's it. I drink it every day. I'm obsessed with it, okay? If they trust me already, they're going to be a lot more likely to be like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. So I'm going to share this with you. I'm just going to quickly run through it. Ask questions if you guys have anything about this kind of posting idea. But I'm going to put it together in a cute little Canva thing. I'll attach it to our group page so you guys can see it and just kind of have an idea more or less of making sure that you are getting a certain amount of content out on your page every single week. This also just helps on the days when you're like, I don't know what to post about. This could be a fun little guideline for you guys to kind of check out. So on Mondays, adding a tip. Okay, most people just post something motivational, which is great because remember, people can scroll through Pinterest and get something motivational. Okay, they're following you because you're offering them something. So not just like, you know, make sure that you're making up today and you're kicking ass, but sure, how did you wake up? Did you set your alarm for 10 minutes early and you laid in bed and watched 10 minutes of your favorite TV show before you got up? Did you set your phone in the bathroom so that you actually had to get out of bed to turn the alarm off? Right? Like share a tip with wake up early. Okay, how did you get your workout done? Not just make sure to like make today great by getting your sweat on. Like that's motivating, right? A little bit. If they see like a cute photo with you. But at the same time, you can share how to get their workout on. Whether that's like, you know, subscribe to Shine Text. If you guys don't know what that is, ask at the end. You know, listen to one of my favorite podcasts or join a fitness group. You have all the accountability that you need. There's a fun little tip, right? Or you can talk about pre-workout in those times. So that's a great thing for Monday. Most of us are posting motivational stuff on Mondays anyways, well as most of the week. But definitely on either a Sunday or a Monday, you guys want to post one thing. So we're going to talk about this when we talk about schedules and stuff. But there's about 4 Mondays more or less in a month. Okay? My suggestion to you, I've been kind of like hearing from other coaches, is to really have one call to action a week. Okay? So the first 2 Mondays of the month should be geared toward talking about you can do it one of 2 ways. Every other Monday, You make one call to action about your fitness studio, your Fit Girl Tribe, scrolling through and even like showing them in your stories a little bit about our fitness studio, things like that. Okay, this is going to be a type of post where you are straight up saying, I'm going to hook you up with a virtual yoga studio, clean quality supplements to help you, get results and, beat the bloat or whatever helped you. Remember, you want to talk about your stories. I'm going to say beat the bloat because that's something I talk about a lot. All right. I'll talk about the community a lot. So basically letting them know what they're going to get and that your next group, it's ongoing. They can join whenever, reach out to, drop an emoji below, share their email below, hit you up in a DM if they have any questions or if they want more info. You're basically calling them to take action, whether it's commenting, hitting you up, going to the link in your bio, whatever it may be. One a week. I would encourage you Sundays or Mondays, and you kind of want to do them sometime between 7 and 10 o'clock at night. Okay, that's when most people after a weekend, whether it's fitness related, like Maddie and I were talking about earlier, they're kind of like, sort of forget all the tacos I just ate this weekend, or I didn't care on Friday, but now I kind of care because none of my clothes fit for work this week, right? So Sundays nights is a great night to do that, as well as a coaching call to action. Whether you're talking about, Sunday scaries, people don't want to go back to work the next day. Why are we all living for like 1 day a week? Literally, we don't have a 2-day week. We have a 1-day weekend because one of those days you're spent getting ready for the week. So talking to people about that, okay? I really encourage you just to keep those to 1 day a week, Sundays and Mondays, so that when you do them, it shouts out to them, okay? It shouts out to them. So many coaches I see constantly every post is, join this, join this, join this. You guys are so good at that though. Like you don't do that, which is awesome. You're so subtle in how you invite, and I love that. Okay, so don't change up really what most of you are doing other than Sundays and Mondays, make it like that direct kind of post. Flip side is Thursdays or Fridays, you pick. Thursday's a great night because people basically don't care about Friday, so they're just excited for the weekend. And then Fridays are great because it's payday or it is the weekend, right? So people are happy, they're in like these good moods, blah, blah, blah. So for Thursdays and Fridays, pick a day. And this is going to be your more subtle call to action. And this is going to be something where maybe on a Thursday you do a throwback. And it doesn't have to be that long ago, guys. Throwback can be 2 weeks ago and then that day. And you can say something as simple as, a lot can happen in a year, but a lot can also happen in 2 weeks. I hope you don't or something along those lines like, I never really had that mindset until I became a coach, but I'm so grateful that I said yes to this because now I'm saying that I really can make a difference in just a couple of days, and I want to show you that too. Hashtag always here to help, or always a message away, or you belong here, or start your journey with me. Subtle. You're motivating, you're letting them know that they can do it, but you're not saying, join me today, drop your email, comment below, go to the link. Do you see the difference with that? Yeah. So that a couple of days later, then when you do throw out that, join me, I have 10 spots open, or even if you don't want to do that anymore, just I'm looking to help 10 women change their lives, or I'm looking for my 10 next BFFs or 10 next girl bosses, whatever. That way it wasn't like, oh, she's always asking me to do something. It's okay. I was thinking about it on Friday. She said it again Sunday and Monday. I'm ready to do this. All right. So as far as that's kind of my biggest tips as far as call to action posts. Throughout the week, guys, your 5 pillars, okay? So I know that Brindle had asked what the 5 pillars are. Again, those are just the 3 to 5 things that make you, that aren't Beachbody. Jenna, do you mind spitting yours off? Because yours were really awesome, and I know that we've talked about this a lot too. Let's see. I don't know why. Can you unmute yourself? I don't know why I can't unmute you guys.
I have this above my desk, but I pretty much just wrote out, I guess you can't really see it.
I love it though.
One is like God, second's food, and then travel, fitness, and friends and family.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, 1, it's something that she can see every single day. 2, it's things that are important to her. Okay, they're important to her, so she's going to want to post about them. And those are the things, guys, that should not take you more than 3 to 5 minutes to post. The longest thing about your post, I mean, your hashtags should already be copied and pasted anyway, but dividing it up, literally trying to figure out the right way to put a period so that you have enters and spaces between your posts. That should be the longest thing about posting, especially when it comes to your 5 pillars. All right. Even if you were to go, so right now, if you went to Jenna's page, you're going to see in her bio that she mentions those things because they're important to her. And so now that they're there, they're at the front of her page, when people scroll through, they're going to expect to see something faith related. They're going to expect to see something health and fitness, and they're going to expect to see friends and family. Okay. It's the same thing with mine. Adventure, you're going to see my cat. You're going to see probably pizza at some point. And then you're going to hear me talk about my eating disorder. All right. So that, again, just builds trust. So I'm going to make this little thing. I honestly just wrote out like a Monday through Sunday guideline. I'm going to put it into a pretty little graphic and I'll share that with you guys. So let's talk about schedules. So I'm going to be honest and say I've obviously totally kind of sucked the past 2 weeks being in Mexico. So I could sit here and beat myself up about it, but I'm not going to. Instead, guys, let's hold each other accountable. All of you have like crazy big goals and it's like totally exciting me. So I hope that it's really exciting all of you at the same time. I super, super duper want to do this retreat, whether it's in November or whenever. It's usually still pretty warm in Wilmington. So like I said, I'm totally going to get us an Airbnb, hopefully close to the beach. If not, it's probably just going to be in our same apartment complex, which is fine because we have this killer gym. We have this amazing pool and cabanas. Like, we can all hang out. So the only requirement, okay, and I'm giving you like a lot of time to do this in reality. So my biggest thing to say is don't wait until August to be like, okay, I got to go. Okay, take your time doing this because if you do that and you actually follow, like you have a plan, you've created discipline in your routine, you're hitting Success Club, all of you should at least, all of you could very much be 2 to 3 star diamond by the end of summer, easily. With the way that all of you have come in, the way that all of you have dove in, the way that people like Ashley Faldason on our team are seriously effing rocking it and sharing all of their tips with us. Like all of you get to start here, whereas I'm 2.5 years into my business starting here. Take advantage of that. Seriously. Like Brianna, I have to shout you out for that because I swear like every time you'll like message me and be like, did you see this? And I'm like, nope. Did you find this? And she's like already taking all these notes about it. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, so no. But you're killing it. And I love that. Just being that go-getter. So when you hit diamond, you have to hold that rank. And I'll explain what that means for 6 weeks in order to have officially earned it. Okay, you're going to get, so Alexia, Jenna, and Brianna, you guys are going to be getting a cute little gift in the mail from Beachbody this week for having earned Emerald rank, which is super exciting. You're going to get the same thing when you hit diamond as well. Okay, so in order to earn that, to hold your rank just means that all of those people are active. You're active. You had an order go through that month, so you're an active coach. You've paid your business fee, which most of you already have, so it's at your $15.95 business fee. You're active, so you either had your shake go through, or if you're a performance line drinker like Shauna, that went through, whatnot, or just a combination of volume, a combination of orders that got you to your active status. And then all of the coaches that helped you earn that diamond status. Okay, so let's super quick pop into our team page that you guys can see this. But right in the pinned post, I have 1 million different diamond trackers. Okay, so it just breaks down really what diamond is. So you would be here where it says diamond, and you would have 4 people on your left and 4 people on your right. So real quick, for example, just because I can think of their names off the top of my head, we have, so Jenna, you would have Nick, or Kyle. Kyle, why did I say Nick? You'd have Kyle here. I'm like bragging about how I know names. I'm like, Nick. You'll have Kyle here, and then you have your mom on this side, okay? What's nice is because you control both of those, is now you can make them emerald. So think about it this way. They're green now, but this would be an emerald coach. So he would have 2 people, and she would have 2 people, okay? And then other than that, it's just 1, 2, 3 here, and 1, 2, 3 here. My entire diamond business was built off of discount coaches. Okay, guys, rock your fitness, rock your transformations, share Shakeology, share Energize, share our fitness groups so much that they want to keep drinking this. Okay, I can't tell you how many people have said things to me like, and Jenna, we're going to talk about this tonight too. I still want to do this, but I know I'm not going to be able to continue on with Shakeology after this month. So like, I need to cancel now. I get that all the time. Alexia, you actually had kind of mentioned this at first too. And now look what's happening, right? So it's totally normal. Guys, they haven't tried it yet, but they trust you enough that they want to join with you. They could have picked any other coach, but they trust you enough. Now you just need to show them that you're so obsessed with this and that they don't have to put in 40 hours a week as a coach in order to drink this for free. But think about it this way. If you take 10 to 15 minutes on a Saturday to learn how to meal plan and include your Shakeology in that meal plan cost. One time. It doesn't have to be a fancy meal plan. They could be eating the same thing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and the same thing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But if you show them how they can fit Shakeology into their budget, and say if they even have one friend who wants to join them, okay? One friend joins them a month. That's $50 they could potentially earn if that person signs up with the All Access Beachbody Challenge Pack, right? It's a $50 commission. So subtract that from the $117 it costs to be a coach, and now they have breakfast and the healthiest meal they're probably going to eat that entire day for the next 30 days of that month for less than $50. That's kind of crazy. They're getting the support, and more than that, they're seeing that, oh my God, this could like actually kind of be a business. Okay? So always remember that they're going to do what you do. If you're talking about it every day, if you're drinking every day, if you're talking about why you love it, your girls are not going to have the objection of the cost. They're going to say like, it's a little tight. Like, can you help me figure out how to make this work? I'm nervous. I want to, but I don't know how. Okay? Remember, a lot of these people aren't going to be go-getters like you are in the beginning. They're just going to think, I don't know how to fit this in, so I can't fit this in. Whereas you look at things, being a coach, and say, I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to figure it out. Be that person for them and show them that they can do that too. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I actually have a question. Wait, can you share your screen again? Sorry.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I got this right. Okay, so you said for like Jenna, it would be Nick and her mom in the green ones. And then the blue ones are just like other people that you got under you, right? Like they're not under the green people?
Correct.
Okay. And
so
then
think about the green people as being over here too. Like they would have their own too.
Okay. So, do you have to have like the green people, or can like what if I just had all like 8 in general, like discount coaches?
So you have to have an emerald on each side of your business to hit diamond.
Okay.
So and show you another, I think I have another one in here too that makes it, okay. This is a much better one. All right. So this is you. Okay. I actually have, okay. So I just redid mine again. I literally print off 1 million of these. Okay. So in this way I can circle and highlight where is my next coach going. Okay. So this would be you. All right. Mm-hmm. So for you guys both, or for, you both being emerald right now, you each have one person here and you have one person here. Okay. That's the beauty of signing these people up first, is that they are earning all of the volume from the other coaches you are signing up. But this is what I want you to take a peek at. Ha ha ha. That zoomed in. That's cool. So where it says PS, these are all your coaches. But as you see, these guys don't have a PS. You did not personally sponsor them. That's this person's coaches. The beauty of having a controlled business center is that you can place these people here. You're not looking for people to have to work the business. So think about it this way. If Jenna had 12 coaches sign up in a month, okay, she already has her brother and her mom. She has 12 coaches sign up. She would put one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. Would alternate back and forth. And then she can place them under those 2 people because she's in control of their businesses. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get me wrong. I've had a coach once upon a time who signed up and was like, I'm ready to do this. She signed up a coach and I gave her a coach. I signed up another coach underneath her to help her hit Emerald because it helped Ben hit Diamond.
Okay.
But if we were to ever do that, the way that we do that is now, if that coach were to ever quit, where I placed like my coach technically underneath her, where I placed the girl that wanted to sign up with me under that other girl, I placed her on her strong leg. The reason being is that if that coach in between that I gave a coach to quits, that person below her will automatically become mine. Okay? So at the end of the day, it didn't really hurt me. I wanted her to be Emerald anyway. It helped me more in the long run. And say down the road she cancels, that girl will automatically just be adopted into my business. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't overcomplicate this. The biggest thing is help as many people as you possibly can a month. The more people you help, the more people that you can convert to a coach. Okay? At that point, we sign them up and it's just going to be alternating. Just going to alternate back and forth. Okay? And then that's when you can build your emeralds. Now, Brianna, definitely something that we want to talk about is signing up your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Before you get any more people underneath them so that you have somebody now's account that you can control on your weak leg.
Okay.
Okay? So you guys good with that for right now? Let me know how to stop sharing. Okay. I highly encourage you guys to print these out. Honestly, it makes the biggest difference actually being able to see it. Whether you have one coach or 0 coaches, you can at least write your name down, and that's all that matters. Okay?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just have one more question. Because you mentioned him. This also brought another question that I was thinking. Because that whole 2B mindset thing is coming out, and I want to get that. Am I able to sign my boyfriend up with that and then use that as my control center? Does that make sense?
Yes. So yeah, he would be your controlled center because you'll sign him up. Write that down so that we can get to that at the end. Okay. So write him down and talking about challenge packs and stuff. Alexia can help too because her and I talked a lot about this. So she could also share a little bit if I have to hop off and do a call after this right before the Team Boom call. So if I do, post this in the team page and then I can get back to you, or somebody else can help you as well. Because Jen and I had the same question about with her mom and challenge packs, and Alexa the same thing with you. Okay. So that's as far as this diamond retreat. Okay. So all of those people have to be active. Okay. They all have to be active. Okay. Right now, your only concern is just hitting high success club numbers, helping as many people as you possibly can, guys. Okay? And this is when we're going to start talking about discipline here in a second. Because call is about to start and this went a lot longer than planned. But Diamond Retreat, you have to earn it by August 31st at the latest. That would give you 6 weeks. You'll have earned it by November 1st. I'd really love to do our retreat that second week in November. So this would be a week and a half to 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. It'll be a nice way to kind of all be together and really create an awesome game plan strategy moving into the end of the year and then planning for 2019, which is so crazy. Okay? So if you really want to do that, reach out to me so that we can do a private one-on-one call and we can all chat together, or we can chat individually about your specific schedule, your specific goals, any questions and concerns that you have so that we can help you get there. Okay? Good? Okay, so let's talk about business hours as far as working this business. Guys, the biggest thing is even right now, don't think, oh, it's Sunday, the week's already started, I can't sit down and make business hours for the rest of the week. Now, take tonight, and if you haven't already, figure out what works for you. Are you paper and pen? Okay, or are you a Google Calendar kind of person? Okay, I know Melanie Mitchell is Google Calendar. So when I got back from the National the New Leadership Conference, what I was doing a lot was, is literally planning out my entire day. It just made things so simple to see. Okay, so planning out when you have different calls. Planning out your power hours. So for me, I wanted to do invites. I wanted to do Hey Girls. Now remember, my schedule is a lot different than your guys because this is all I do during the day. I don't have to do anything else. Okay? But what you can do is block these times out and spend 30 minutes just doing new follows. You're following people on Instagram. Okay. Coolest thing about this is stop yourself at that time. Literally write down when you're about to work, whether it's 1 o'clock. Okay. Write that time on the top of your paper if you're a notebook kind of person. And then follow as many people as you want to. So say if your goal that day was you wanted to follow 50 people, which isn't hard. Okay. It's not hard. And we'll talk about that at a later date. There's a million videos on how to find your tribe on Instagram. Okay. But say that's your goal. When you finish that 50th follow, write down what time it was. How long did it take you to do that? Was that an okay time? Did you think you could have done it a little bit faster? Right? Kind of gauge yourself in that way. All right? This is going to help you be really effective so that when you think to yourself, okay, I only have 30 minutes right now. What can I do? You can think to yourself, well, I could either get 4 follow-ups done because it takes me forever to do that, or I could send like 20 copy-paste invites to my next sneak peek. Think about that stuff so that way you can be super efficient when you're doing this. But don't overcomplicate Google Calendar. It's actually really nice. You can simply just put power hour here. Okay? You can click on more options, and then you can come down and even add a description. It could be, spend 15 minutes following people. Okay? You could put 15 minutes adding new friends on Facebook, 15 minutes inviting from stories, and then 15 minutes inviting from your follower list. So AKA pick a letter. Okay. So then that way, when you come here, okay, I have 1 hour and these are the things I'm going to do. But the biggest thing, guys, is you have to write down what your business hours are. What your business hours are. You have to know them. It can't just be like you wake up and you let your day run you. You've got to take control from the forefront. And you figure out what works. Literally throw different methods at the wall and figure out which one sticks, which one fits your personality. Okay? So, biggest thing that I would suggest first is writing out school, writing out your work, writing out family time. If you guys do dinner at a certain time and you still live at home, writing out your significant other time. Writing out when you want to be off of your phone at night. Okay? Write all that stuff down. And then that's when you find the pockets of time that you want to work your business. And as you guys know, the biggest parts of working your business are invites. They're going to be invites. Do these first in your power hours. Okay? Go to your most recent posts. Thank everyone that liked them and invite them. Go to all the people that have liked your stories and have been watching your stories and invite them. I saw Kate Morgan, you guys know of her, was posting a lot the other day in the Team Boom group, which Alexi Brown and Jenna, you're going to be in. I kind of started adding you guys. That's going to be the group that I shout you out on Thursday for Emerald. But that's for Emeralds and above in Team Boom. And she was talking a lot about the other day about how she gets off like 60 invites in like 30 minutes. And it's just because she's like, I'm not going through and liking their photos if they're following my stories. They're already engaging with me. I'm engaging with them by inviting them. Remember, it doesn't have to be that like you want them to, you just want, it's just a numbers game, guys. Really at this point, it is. If they're liking your stuff, if they're following you, whether or not they join you today, they will. Okay? So just reaching out to as many people as you possibly can, just being efficient with it. Because think about it this way. If you help a lot of people a month, don't you want your team to? It's the same thing with me. I think to myself, okay, I want you guys to change as many people's lives. Like I want our Fit Coach Tribe to be like a top 10 team. So I want you guys to help as many people as possible, which means I got to lead first and do the same thing. So for me, I know that when I get my invites over and done with, it helps. Second thing I really suggest you guys doing is following new people on Instagram, but also adding friends on Facebook. Don't underestimate Facebook, guys. I literally built most of my business on Facebook. I really didn't get to Instagram until like a couple months ago. So don't be afraid to use Facebook. Adding new friends is super simple, okay? All you do, and you don't have to like their stuff. You just add friends. Most people's page, you can't really like anything until they accept your friend request anyway, okay? Just add people, and I tally mark it, okay? And then what I do, well, I'll show you guys the tracking of my business and stuff in a second. But making sure that your entire schedule, when you're doing that power hour, the most of it is going to invites. And then to make sure that you have invites for the next day is adding new people to your network. Okay. From there, making sure that every night or every other night at least, you're going back through and you're responding to those messages. Okay. Some coaches do follow-ups every day. Some coaches do follow-ups every other day. You just need to ask yourself, if I only have 1 hour right now, no, then the bulk of my days should be inviting and adding people to my network. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can respond to all of those messages. If you have 2+ hours that you want to dedicate to this, I would do a little bit of everything a day. Does that kind of like clear up as far as like those of you that really only have 1 hour to work? Like what's the most important things to spend time on if you have more than that? You guys know more or less what to do every day. Okay? You're growing your network. So you want to follow new people on Instagram, add new friends on Facebook. And then you want to say hi to those people. Now, if you only have 1 hour a day, guys, you really don't have to do a ton of Hey Girl messages. And a Hey Girl message being your new followers, hey, thanks for the new follow, love your page, blah, blah, blah. If you only have 1 hour a day, that's not really what's going to help grow your business right now. That's going to be very, very slow moving. If they followed you back, they're going and they know what you're about, and you're talking about things in your stories and that they can join things you're a part of, they're more or less going to be expecting a message at some point. Okay, most people that are on Instagram kind of get the gist of how it works now. Okay, if you have 2+ hours to work on your business, totally take time to just sit there and connect. But I would definitely just focus more so on adding friends, following new people, and inviting people. Inviting. So thank you messages, going to your Messenger app and picking a letter on Facebook to invite, and then going to your followers, picking a letter and inviting on Instagram. And the other way for Instagram is inviting people that follow your stories, because you don't really have that option, I guess, on Facebook. Okay, so this is also how you guys can do it. You can either just keep it in a notebook, or you can create like a little accountability chart, okay, where you seriously have written down, like, did you work out? Did you drink Shakeology? There's one of these in our Google Drive. Did you read anything? Did you listen to a podcast? You don't have to put both of these down there, but you guys know mindset's the hardest thing for me. So that's why I make sure that that's something I do. I do both. Did I make quality social media posts? Did I invite people? Did I follow up with anybody? I block these dates out because I don't follow up on those dates. Okay. I just follow up Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Just kind of gives me some time off. Adding new friends for Facebook and then on Instagram. These are for a week. Okay. Sending some Hey Girl messages. Now, I'm not always good at this, but one way that you can kind of connect with people is click on your stories in the top left and literally watch everybody's the whole way through. You might see somebody there that you haven't actually talked to yet. So that could be like your first Hey Girl message is seriously so authentic and genuine. It's just like, oh my God, girl, I love your dress. Where'd you get that? Right? You might not know how long you've been following each other, but that could be your Hey Girl message and you didn't even know it. Okay. So I'm kind of rambling as far as like the power hour and stuff goes, but you guys more or less do know that. The document that I just shared the other day is like kind of the last thing I want to talk about, but more or less YouTube, guys, is super slow here, especially because a lot of my training videos are like 20 to 30 minutes long. YouTube is just taking forever to upload them. But when they do upload, you're going to be super excited because the beach is in the background, so it's going to be really motivational for you guys to just show up and kick ass and all that good stuff. But one of the days I do straight up talk about just inviting, okay? And I'll explain why I broke this down like this. Let me do this real quick. I talk about how to track people, things like that. I do talk a lot about your business activity trackers and your business hours, like on one full training call, okay? The reason I wrote this out like this is so that when you sign up a new coach, you can literally walk through this guide. Okay, so for Brianna, if you have a new coach, you can sit here and say, okay, step one, I'm going to make sure that I send her a new coach welcome letter, which is below. I'm going to wait for her to get back to me, and then we're going to just talk about it. Okay, then we're going to hop on a new coach call, which is about 20 minutes, and you're basically just going to explain the new coach checklist that almost all of you have gone through. Okay, but I went through and I highlighted the most important parts because everything else is just kind of just info or whatever. But the biggest things were just team call times, setting up their direct deposit, little things like that you're just making sure you quickly go through with them on that. 3 is basically letting them know that you're going to add them to our team. You're going to add them to our group on Facebook and things like that, so that they're not like, what did you just add me to? You're already letting them know this is what I'm going to do. All right. So I basically walk through everything, what to talk on each of these calls, blah, blah, blah. But I also say that since most of you are new coaches, please ask me. We're going to do all of this together. Okay. But it's just really nice that you can show people this, like, hey, when you sign up as a coach, everything's going to be step-by-step laid out for you. And then right from here, all of the coach videos are going to be shared below. So as I even say, you're just going to send these one at a time. When she watches the first, she'll message you back her questions, and then you're going to chat over Zoom or a phone call, and then you're just going to send her the next one, and you're just going to repeat. Okay? At that point, everything else is basically just her searching from top other coaches, jumping on team calls, and doing exactly what all of you are already doing, sharing your journey and just showing up a little bit every day. Does that help at all? Was that like a little bit more straightforward than just like the checklist, which was like confusing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I want to quickly talk to you guys about coach sneak peeks, and then just make sure that like we're kind of all still on board with like the whole fitness group thing. So coach sneak peeks. I talked with Maddie and Allie. They're the 2 other girls that I ran it with last month. We're going to kind of like lead this until this group kind of blows up, and then basically the Fit Coach Tribe just really does their own. Okay. But I encourage you guys to add people to this. Okay. These are the different reasons or different ways you're going to add people to a coach sneak peek. You talk to somebody and you basically just say, oh my gosh, girl, your page is so awesome. I'm pretty sure I just liked all of your photos. Are you a coach too? Most people are going to say back to you like, no, what is that? Okay, like, no, what's a coach? Or no, I just started my journey, something along those lines. You can say something as simple as, oh my God, really? You'd be so awesome at what I do. My friend and I actually are running, or my team and I are actually running this totally free, super chill group on Facebook where we honestly just talk about what we do, how we earn, the different trips that we go on, things like that. Would it be cool to add you? That's it. Just would it be cool if I added you? All right. From there, you become friends on Facebook, and all you're going to do is just add them to the group. You can even welcome them like, hey guys, like I have, I just added Jess to this group. Can we all give her, some love? Jess, can you drop below your biggest question right now about coaching? Okay, just kind of like giving them that intro. That way they're not so afraid to post right away. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to run this group every other week. Okay? All of you I know are pushing for diamonds. So my goal as your coach, and not my job as your coach, but my goal at least as your coach is I want to give you guys the opportunity to grow your team a lot quicker than I was able to grow mine. And it was because I didn't have, my coach, Amy doesn't run sneak peeks. Amy doesn't really do stuff like that. So I think this is going to be really fun. Basically what it's going to do is my suggestion for you next week, next Tuesday is the 1st. Is that correct? I think it's the 1st. Okay. That's going to be a new coach sneak peek. My suggestion to you would be on Sunday or Monday between 7 and 10 at night, you make a coach call to action. Okay, so Meg, if you just missed that, my suggestion would be, I guess that's this Sunday night. This Sunday or Monday night between 7 and 10 p.m., you want to make a coach call to action post. I'm going to give you a few ideas, but just jot down coach call to action, 7 to 10 p.m., either Sunday or Monday, you pick. Because we're going to be running a sneak peek Tuesday through Thursday. The breakdown for the group is on Tuesday, Maddie's going to go live and she's going to share a video sharing her story. She's like 19 years old. She dropped out of college and she gets to coach full-time, which is pretty cool. Maddie was actually here with her boyfriend too at the Success Club trip. She's one of Ashley Feldison's personally sponsored. Okay, so she's going to go live. She's going to share a story. She's going to talk about the daily tasks. How did she build her business while being in college? And then she's going to talk about her biggest objections. And then she's going to talk about how the income has changed her life. A little bit about just the why and the vision behind the income, the dreaming, the things like that. I'm going to do that on Wednesday as well. And Allie's going to do that again on Thursday. So this is really cool because you have a college student, like college age student, but that also dropped out. Okay. You have somebody that was a personal trainer. And then you have Allie, who was a nursing student or a nursing student. Okay. So for anybody that you have right now that you're talking to about those things, you can say, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm going to actually tag you in this video because this relates to a lot about what you were sharing with me. It just allows them to see other people's stories and things like that. Now, the fun part is Wednesday, I'm going to straight up break down income. Okay. Because right now, my business makes more sense to build for income than it does for rank. So I'm like semi-high on volume boards, but as far as rank, pretty much just like a solid 1-star diamond. That's just really what I've been hanging out at, just because my strong leg is, I have like 30,000 volume on my strong leg and like 2,000 on my weak leg. That's exciting. So like I'm generating, a decent income week to week, but it makes it hard to build. My business right now does not make sense to build for rank. We'll explain this once you hit diamond. Okay. What's cool for all of you, actually. Okay. So what's cool for all of you is that you're all on my weak leg. Okay. But what's really cool for Jenna, Brianna, Alexia, and Megan, is that you're on Ben's. You're all under Ben's business. Ben's legs are straight up equal. Okay. So for Ben, it makes sense to build for rank. He can easily build for rank. Whereas mine, I came in and my coach Amy was putting so many people below me, I literally could not keep up with building that fast. All right. So we'll talk about that later on. But the whole idea behind this is letting people know that there are literally 10 different ways that you can earn as a Beachbody coach. Okay. I don't want people to just think that you have to earn commission for the rest of your life. Okay. You don't like the team bonus, the team cycles, the quarterly bonuses, all of that stuff, guys, is crazy. So I do want to ask 2 more questions before we do wrap this up. But just for example, one of the quarterly bonuses for 15-star diamond coaches. So they get this 4 times a year on top of their weekly bonuses and on top of their weekly commissions. Okay. Their quarterly bonus was $76,000 for a 15-star diamond coach. That's crazy. 4 times a year. Most people I know aren't even earning $75,000 a year alone. Okay. Let alone these people are earning it 4 times a year on top of their commission sales, their team bonuses, and their team matching bonuses. All right. Insane. And then think about it this way. They have other business centers open. So we're going to talk about this a little bit on Thursday night's call. Oh shit. I land on Thursday. I'm going to have to record this because I really want to keep the Coach Basics calls on Thursdays. I want to talk to you guys a lot about what happens after diamond. So when you hit 2-star, you can actually open up another business center. So Jenna, once you hit 2-star, you can open up another business center that literally says Jenna. And you're going to put everything under that new account. So now you're getting that income, then you're getting Kyle's income, and then your main account is getting that income. Fun fact, you can open up 25 business centers. Boom. Okay, coach with the most business centers right now. You should follow her. She's awesome. Her name's Chelsea Pearson. I think it's Chelsea Blush on Instagram. She's why I became a coach. She made a YouTube video. She paid off $12,500 of student loans with 1 week's paycheck. And I was like, I'm in. But I had already been talking to Amy, so I signed up with Amy. Okay, so pretty cool. So real quick, I just want to go around and just ask you guys, if you were to make a $75,000 quarterly bonus, what would you do with that right now? And I want you to be like selfish. I don't need you to sit here and be like, I would go to a food bank. Like, I hope that you would give back at some point, but I do want you, that's not what's going to motivate you. Okay. So we'll just go like how I kind of see you guys in a circle. Jenna, you're first. Do you want to share?
Well, for starters, I definitely I'm 19, so I still live with my parents and everything. I think the biggest thing for me is I want to move out. And when I get enough money, I mean, I've always wanted to live in Florida, somewhere warm, but I definitely want to move out, find a nice apartment. I mean, that'd be nice if it's on a beach and I can afford that. So, but definitely that's one of my goals. So
you will afford that. You will move out, and you are going to be one of the youngest of your friends. And you're going to be like, I have no debt. I'm the healthiest and happiest I've ever been. And guess what? You can do this with me. Right? Okay,
Right.
Brianna, what about you, girl?
I probably would start saving up for a wedding and a honeymoon. Because that's sort of like I mean, obviously I want to like right now we have a whole separate downstairs part of my boyfriend's parents' house. It's like closed off to just us. Obviously I would focus on like getting our own place and such, but we're going on like 6 years now. So I think it's like I'm just kind of like ready to start, and in 1 year we'll be graduated from college and everything, so I'm just kind of ready to start making those small steps to a further.
I love that. So this is something I'm going to ask you to take it one step further. I want you to think about, so Jenna has like Florida in mind. Jenna, my suggestion to you is I want you to like go through Pinterest today and look up your dream house, your dream apartment, your dream beach location. Okay? Vision it. I promise you guys it makes a difference. Bree, I want you to literally make something that you can see. What does your wedding dress look like? And if that's stuff that you don't care about, what kind of food do you want to have at your wedding? What kind of music do you want to have at your wedding? Do you want to be like a bohemian chick at your wedding? Or do you want to be more of like the princess? Literally vision that stuff. Because otherwise right now, you're really just leaving it up to who knows what's going to happen. Remember, you're in control of all of this. So take control now. Okay? And then think about too, when do you want to be moved out? When do you guys want to move out? Right? Yeah. Same. But yeah, so that stuff that just, it helps so much. But I love both of those. Jess, what about you?
Oh my gosh, I have so many.
I'm sure after your travel.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know. I have a lot of the ones you guys already mentioned. So Avery and I both have loans. He's graduated now, so his are going to start. Like, we're going to have to start paying his off. And I just have debt because I didn't finish. So that is a big one. We also are moving or wanting to move. Probably not out west just yet, although that's like our big goal in a couple years once he's like further along in his business. We also want to get married and have a honeymoon because we've been together for almost 5 years. So that's like that's like a big next step for us though, once the ring gets here, whenever that happens. And then just like personal stuff for me, like being selfish, like I really want to get a new car. Haven't bought one for myself in a couple years, and like they've all been crappy anyway. So a new car. I've never had a personal computer for myself, like a laptop, so that would be beautiful. Like vlogging equipment, all that kind of stuff. So I have like a million things I'd love to just throw at the wall.
I love it. So you should totally make a vision board.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have one. I think I'm going to like go back and even like add more. I don't know. I might just like put more boards around my board. I don't know.
No, totally do it. And the cool thing too, guys, is like you can make this happen as quickly as you want to. So don't be afraid to like put dates and stuff down of like when you want things to happen. You know, so like for right now, I have that by August 31st. So like by the end of the summer, so I'm kind of averaging the next 4 months. Like I want to be generating $5,000 a week. Like that is my goal. And I know that by just building Ben up, that means that recognition wise, I'm not going to probably make rank as much. But I know that with that $5,000 a week, that's going to allow Ben and I to actually move to an island. That's going to be able to allow Ben to not have to get a job right when we get there, but instead to fund any of the things that he loves doing. Like he loves to draw, he loves cars, he loves to cook. To be able to put that money then into a food truck, like we so badly want to create. You know, it's probably not going to be a health food truck because it's Ben, but whatever, it's still going to be good food and it's going to be awesome. So things like that, like thinking about by August 31st, this is what I want. And you have to be driven by one of two things, either something that pushes you or pulls you. Okay, so it's going to be something that pushes you out of your place right now. Like for you, Bree, what's pushing you is you don't want to live at home anymore. You don't want to live in the basement, right? Okay, but then Jenna, what's pulling you is focusing on that beach house. It's focusing on living in that warmer weather. It's waking up to the sunshine every single day. So, I was going to say, so think about one of the two things. Guys, when I signed up, I was just dreaming so big I couldn't pinpoint one thing. Okay, so I didn't really have anything pulling me. But what was pushing me is I didn't want to work for somebody else. I was so sick and tired of clocking in, clocking out, showing up to the restaurant, feeling like I busted my ass and all these other servers are barely doing anything and I'm taking the short end of the stick, and it just gets so frustrating. Yes, I love helping people. Yes, I love talking to people, but I don't love doing your job and making minimum wage. $283 plus my tips. You're valuing me. I know I gave you great service. It was just stuff like that pushed me so much that I'm like, you know what? I'm out of this. I'm here to help people, and I know that I can do it on my time and a lot less time than in an 8-hour shift at the restaurant, especially when the first 4 hours you're there, nobody even comes into dinner. I'm just standing here like not doing anything. Oh my God, it's so annoying. So find something that either pushes you or pulls you. You might have both. For me in the beginning, I just had something that was pushing me. And that was just what got me up early and got me to go to bed late. So we'll wrap this up super quick, but Alexia, I want to hear from you too. You want to mute yourself though?
I have a lot too. My biggest thing is I am moving next year somewhere warm. I've had it with winter, Indian weather. So I really want to be able to do that, especially after losing my job and not having one for 2 months. That has really like become an issue. Like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford it. So that's something that I will do next year before next winter. I want to pay off all of my debt. I officially decided that I am not going back to school. This is my last semester. So I'm going to have my first student loan payment is next week. So I have all of that. I have credit card debt. I want to take my mom on a cruise. It's been her lifelong dream to go on one. So I want to actually take her and do that. And I want to adopt all the fur babies.
All the fur babies.
And my cat needs friends. So, and I want a car that's not a piece of shit, because all of my cars have been pieces of shit.
I feel you. So write it all down, and remember, you have a good mix of push and pull stuff. So just keep that at the forefront, okay? So every day, then when your alarm goes off, you're like, my power hour is supposed to start. You know what you're going to do in that power hour, and knowing that your invites are going to be the difference between you having all of those things. All of those invites are going to be the difference between are you living someplace warm next year or not. You can control all of that. So don't a year from now be like, what if I had just done them? Don't underestimate the power of them. Think about it this way. Kate Morgan did not underestimate the power of an invite. And in 4 months, she's been able to hit 3-star diamond. That's crazy. That's like no one in Team Boom has ever done that. Okay, so just know that you guys can totally do that. It's just she invites a shit ton of people Monday through Friday. She doesn't on Sundays or Saturdays and Sundays, but Monday through Friday, she is on her computer. And guys, she's working a 40-hour job week. Okay, she's a full-time teacher. She's married. She's got shit going on too, lesson plans that she needs to make, papers she needs to grade. So like we can all seriously do this. Yep, got the free customer part. So Meg, I want to hear from you, and then we'll go into that. Wait, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I was like literally just saying today, I was like, the first thing I want to do when I have a buttload of money is adopt like a giant ass dog. Like
compared to like your little Luna.
Well, because like it's so different. Like traveling, like I can travel with Luna. She's small. I take her tiny little crate and like that's it. And like her vet bills are like not that expensive because she's just like 10 pounds. But like a big dog is so different. And it's like I wouldn't want to travel as much with a big dog, and I don't have the kind of money to like have like a sitter, you know, like while I'm out of town or whatever. So I was like, the first thing I want to do is get a giant ass like Great Dane like pit bull mix, and then obviously like travel all over the place and go everywhere. So that's basically it. Traveling and dogs.
And that's awesome though. And that's the stuff, one, you need to be talking about it all the time. Talk about it in your stories, talk about it in your posts and things like that. Everything. What would you guys do when you have that income? Because when you start to generate it and they start to see the things that you're doing with it, that you're donating with it, that you're buying with it, then that's going to show them right there like, oh my God, I remember her talking about this a year ago when she first signed up, right? Like, I can't wait until I'm living on this mother effing island because everyone's going to be like, about damn time she did it, right? Because they talk about it all the time, okay? So let's just real quick kind of wrap this up, guys. So every other week, we're going to be hosting this coach sneak peek. okay? Coaches are what help you rank advance. Customers are what help you earn Success Club points. Ideally, your best coaches come as customers. All of you were very rare situations. You were all like me, okay, signing up as coaches right away, but that's why I was so quick to put you in a fitness group, okay? Jenna, you were a little bit different. You'd already been with this, already been drinking Shakeology, already knew about the programs and stuff like that. So remember that most people, guys, are going to start off in the fitness group anyway. Even if they're added to the coaching sneak peek, we're still going to talk about how they can sign up at the end just to join our next fitness group. There's a money back guarantee. There's literally zero risk to do this. Okay. More than that, they can sign up just to become a discount coach. No pressure to dive into the business just yet, but knowing that you're already set up to get that discount when your next month goes through. And the third option, let's just dive into the business. Okay. So talking to people, when you make anything related to coaching, anything motivational, hey girl, are you a coach too? Just compliment them and ask that question, or just go for it. I know this could be totally random and I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but would you ever consider doing what I do as a coach? Or would you ever consider taking your journey one step further and sharing your progress with other girls just like you? Such a simple one. They're like, no, I never really thought about it. Or I don't really know how to do that. Or I have no fitness background. Don't worry about it. My friends and I are hosting this totally free group on Facebook. We're going to explain all of that. Would it be cool if I added you? We're also going to be doing some random prize giveaways. Okay? So definitely encourage you guys to do that. So if we're doing this next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're going to make that announcement about different ways to join and what's going to be the little prize giveaway on Friday. So you have a week from today until then. My suggestion, if your goal right now is whatever your goal of invites is a day, I would make a third of it toward coaching. Okay? If they're not interested, that's fine. You can always backtrack. Okay? Think about it this way. If they're not interested in a fitness group, sometimes it's because, no, I'm not interested in your product. So they're probably not going to want to sell it, right? A lot of the times it could just be I'm already on my own fitness routine or whatever. So they're just like not really interested in trying something else right then and there. That's okay. But if at least you go with coaching and they think, oh, no, I wouldn't be good at that. No, I'm just on my journey. I don't feel like I can motivate people. You can still say, that's okay, girl. I can still add you to this group so you can see what coaching could be. And we could always start you off in a fitness group anyway. So my suggestion would be doing whatever your invite goal is right now, doing like a third of it toward coaching, the rest just about health and fitness. Okay, just talking about your fitness group, talking about the fitness studio, whatever. Okay. I really do suggest making a call to action Sunday or Monday about it, straight up saying my team and I are hosting, and look at other coaches. See how other coaches are talking about coach sneak peeks. Okay. They all are. They all host them. So see how other coaches are doing it. Haley Christian's a good one. Mandy Kai Fit has really good Instagram posts. Crystal Curier has really great ones. Ashley Fudd does. There's a bunch of coaches that talk about it. My biggest thing is, I know that for me, I was afraid to be that first girl that posted, that first girl that commented, that first girl to like somebody else's page. I was afraid that if I did, I would be blasted with all these messages and spam and join this and buy this and whatever. But when I joined one of these sneak peeks, everything changed. I realized that these girls didn't care if I joined or not because they were still kicking ass and making their dreams happen anyway. I just had FOMO and didn't want to watch them do it, and I couldn't. So I said yes. I joined one of these groups. I had all my questions answered. Of course, I'm still figuring it out as I go, but now I want to pay it back and give this to you. So starting Tuesday through Thursday, my team and I are hosting a totally free, super chill group. Come get all your questions answered as far as what we do on a day-to-day basis, how we earn, and how to get started. Okay? We'll post this later on so you guys can kind of see that. But more or less just letting people know it's a coach sneak peek, or it's a sneak peek at what you do as a coach, a behind-the-scenes look at what you do as a coach, etc. Something along those lines. Post that Sunday or Monday, but share your story. You see how I said, I thought this was a scam. I wasn't sure, but once I was added to a group, everything changed. Story. They want to know why. Why did you say yes to a sneak peek? Or why would you say yes to a sneak peek? That's why they're going to join you. So that's on Sunday or Monday night, sometime between 7 and 10 o'clock. Okay? For accountability, you guys can totally post in the team page and say, guys, I just posted. Can you guys go and like give me the first couple of hearts on this post? Okay, just to kind of like get it going and things like that. All right, don't be afraid to ever post in the group and be like, hey guys, I just posted something nerve-wracking. Can you go to my page and just show me some love just so that I kind of, whatever. A lot of people don't want to be the first people to like a post. If they say other people already have, it's a little bit different. Okay? Super quick though, guys. I know I keep like saying super quick, but the last thing I really did want to talk to you about, and I'll just make a video about this or go live in it, but I'm going to share my calendar for May through the end of the year. Okay? It's not going to be as detailed after June, so I'm really going to detail it May through June. Totally follow along with me and do what I'm doing. Follow along with me, but make your own groups, or don't follow along with me and just kind of use it as a guide. Okay? Whatever you want to do, it's your business. But I'm going to get back into making a free group. Okay? And one of the groups that I used to run free groups all the time. But one of the free groups I'm going to start running is a no spend group. So it's going to be 20 days of no spending other than like bills. I know. I've literally never done that in my entire life. So it's going to be like crazy. But I really want to do it for the people who say things like, I want to join your group, but I don't have money. I want to go on a vacation, but I don't have money. I want to buy Shakeology, but it's too expensive. Okay? I'm not going to talk about that, but I'm more so going to talk about I'm going to show like a fun little bullet journal thing that I found on Pinterest. And it was basically like this fun little game of how to not spend money. Every day people can post and show their little notebook that says, I didn't spend any money today, or whatever it might be. Okay? Just a chance to hold each other accountable, just a free group on Facebook. And basically I'm just going to talk about maybe once or twice and just say, hey guys, like for anybody that's just trying to like save a couple bucks for the summer, join my free group. I'm just going to be sharing like my top tips, holding us all accountable to have like a no spend May or whatever. I haven't really completely finished it up. You can do whatever you want. Yours could be for anybody that wants to travel out west or that wants to live a van life. Let's all get a group together and share different ideas of what we want to do. If you want to do a free clean eating group, booty building group, whatever. So fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can offer a 14-day free trial of Beachbody on demand. Okay? So you can always run a free group and offer that. Hey, I'm going to be running a 7-day yoga studio, free yoga studio. You can sign up, they can get all of the yoga retreat videos for 14 days free. Hopefully they fall in love with it. Talk a little about Shakeology in the group because you're drinking it anyway. And then say to them, hey, if you want to, you can actually get all these meal plans and the superfoods and all of these workout programs for the next year. So a lot of different stuff that you guys can do with that. So I'm going to address now questions first for Bree. So for customer leads, I have it right here. Okay. So for those of you that just hit Emerald / for anybody else, babe, can you do me a favor? Can you bring me this note? Oh, never mind. Hold on. Where are you? Okay, so I will share this, but definitely jot this stuff down. This is also in the FAQ, okay? You get free customer leads as Beachbody coaches if you are an Emerald active coach, okay? So first thing is you have to be active and Emerald. Number one. So there are 3 different types of leads that you can earn as a coach. You can earn customer leads. These are people that have not bought anything. These are people that are simply requesting that they want a free coach. They can do that. You will randomly be assigned, Beachbody will randomly give these to you. They honestly start off at coach ID numbers. And so say if like on the April 30th, it's coach ID 1001, then May 1st, they're going to go to coach ID 1002. If that person does not qualify, meaning they're not Emerald and they're not active, they're not going to get this customer lead, and Beachbody is going to pass it on to the next person. Okay? You're going to get more throughout the beginning of the year and fewer throughout the end. Okay? It's just kind of how that works. This is where the cool stuff comes in though. You can earn Success Club leads. Okay? So some months my Success Club points come from people I've never even talked to in my entire life. I've never met them. I will reach out to them and whatnot, but this happens when you are Emerald, active, and you have personally earned Success Club 10 in your business center, Beachbody will give you somebody that has already ordered either Shakeology on HD or a challenge pack. That's how you earn points, your Success Club points, right? So you can earn those. But you have to be Emerald, you have to be active, which you already were anyway, but you have to have Success Club 10. Now, you can also earn coach leads. These are a little bit more rare. Fun fact, Lindsay Matway was a coach lead. She's like the number 3 coach in the company right now. Signed just to become a coach, and somebody randomly got her. And that coach doesn't work the business, which is just how not. But to earn coach leads, you need to be a star diamond, meaning that you have earned diamond rank for yourself, and you have on either one side of your business at least one diamond coach. Everybody's got to be active. Everybody has to have, like, actually hold those ranks. And you can earn coaches. So people that sign up to actually become a coach. Like, they've already signed up as a coach and then they're assigned to you. Bree, does that help? Only other qualifications are, and all of you already have these, is you have to be a BOD member. So a Beachbody On Demand member, which all of you are. You all bought a challenge pack.
Okay, so you don't have to be I forget what I called it when I texted you. Like a
club member.
Yeah.
Okay, so before All Access, guys, every coach was a club member, meaning that every 3 months we were charged $44 for Beachbody On Demand. Okay? Now it's one payment of $99 for the whole year. So it's cheaper, one. And two, you don't have this recurring payment every 3 months. It's just one payment for the whole month. That's basically what a club member means, just means that you have access to Beachbody On Demand.
Okay, and you don't have to, like, update. I know, like, I also do have to, like, update and put, like, a before picture.
You have to put in one photo on your let me show you this, on your coach office. So basically, to be honest, I need to look at all this because this is, like, seriously so confusing to me. But when you guys are in here, of course, give me 2 seconds. I just had this up. What did I have it as? Okay, give me 2 seconds to pull this up for you. There's going to be a page that you want to go to, and it's going to ask, it'll show you your account. I'm sorry, guys, my computer's moving so slow. Okay, when you're signed in, you're going to click on My Account. Okay, when you're here, this is where you can put in all of that stuff. Okay, this is where you'll just need to put in, what is it? Literally just saw this today. Like, you'll see here, it'll tell you, like, if you're a membership account or whatnot. So it'll tell you guys if you all have that, with which all of you do. My coach is Amy Roman. I literally just saw this. So Brie, I'm gonna have to pull this up to you afterwards. Okay. This is a lot more simpler when we first, with the other one that we had. And then Jenna, you had questions too, right?
Yeah.
That you had texted to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to actually stop recording this real quick.